So it's been great to have you in class. How's everything been coming along for you?
It's been coming together slowly but surely. I've been working for a while, and I feel like there's still just kind of this disconnect between what I know versus what I'm doing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, theory to application. Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
sure. Okay, so how long have you been at this for?
Solidly since like the beginning of June,
Okay, and when are you taking the LSAT?
November 7th.
Okay, and how many timed exams have you done or individual timed sections?
I've done a ton of individual time sections, timed exams, not as many as I probably should, admittedly. And so I do have a regiment coming up this month, but I've probably done around like 10 to 15 or so.
Okay, and how many do you plan to do per week between now and the November LSAT?
That's a good question. I've heard you recommend like a cap of like 1 to 2. And so I'm thinking I'm going to try out two just so I can do the Socratic review method and like really get that mental stamina ready. So I'm thinking two, but if for some reason that isn't working for me, I'll cut it down to one.
Cool. Yeah, I think for the flex, two is pretty reasonable if your other applications are not too much because flex exams are shorter.
Totally, totally.
But to me, it's about just getting you in more moments where you've got to apply it. So more time sections, more exams to put it into practice and practice putting it into practice. Theory can happen more when you're just, of course, watching course lesson videos, attending class, or even just doing drill sets because it's not the real timed experience. And so I want to give you more real timed experience to give you the chance to implement.
Absolutely, yeah. That makes tons of sense. Do you have any suggestions, I guess, for when I'm doing them? I don't necessarily get nervous about the time crunch, but I think that because I've spent so much time understanding theory, I focus so heavily on that I almost lose sight of like the agenda, like the fact that I need to get the correct answer. It doesn't matter what sort of like thoughts I have around the issue. Like, there's just like it's all in my head, and then I'm not translating it into the exam.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it comes down to more volume of implementation. And so if you have a step by step process, doing it enough that it becomes automatic. So, for example, like Tiger Woods would swing a golf club 1,000 times to practice the swing, getting it perfect. And then over time, you're not even thinking about it anymore. But you
Okay.
can read books about sports theory, like you can read about tennis or about golf, but then actually implementing it, you just have to do it a bunch of times so that you're not even thinking consciously anymore.
Okay, absolutely. And to do that with this 1 month basically that I have left, just fully timed exams, just do the whole thing, knock it out of the park, and like keep repeating that motion rather than drills or individual sections at this point in my practice.
At this point, generally, yes. But if you
Okay.
notice a particular weak area on a certain question type or a certain section, you can drill that on the side, but I want the full exams to be the focus. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.